guys, this video is inspired by one of the sessions I just completed with my client about an hour ago. So since this is still fresh, I want to share with you on the questions of who am I, because that's what the question, the session was about. And I'm sure you can relate to this, because throughout our life as human beings, we ask ourselves, who are we? Who am I? Who are you? Right? Besides the surface stuff. I am a coach, I'm a healer, you are a CEO, you are a student, you are a wife, you are a daughter, all the surface identity. All right, underneath all of that, who are you? And that's what this video is about. It's about who are you really, about your state of being, about who are you underneath of all this meat body, meat package, protein package, whatever we call it. Who are you? Who is your essence? So my hope is by making this video, by the end of this video, you have a deeper connection with yourself, of who you actually are. Because that is where freedom, that's where liberation is, that's where fulfillment and experience the deepest love, when we connect truly to who we are. Now in life, we move through life, we take on different persona, different identity. I get that. And sometimes we get lost in the process. And I believe a lot of time the suffering, I call it unnecessary suffering, that we experience in life, you know, and that unnecessary suffering could show up in many forms. Maybe for you, depression, some of you are in anxiety, pain, or frustration, guilt, anger, you know, all this stuff, or not performance well. All these unnecessary suffering, I believe, is the gap between who you think you are and who you actually are. So in that, I can start by saying that who you are not, or who we are not, is you are not your circumstance. It's so easy to identify of your ethnic, your culture, your family, your situation, growing up poor, growing up rich. So we take that on as who we are. I am a rich person from this. I am a poor person from this. I am Vietnamese. I am white. I am Asian. I'm gay. I'm straight. Or I was a victim of rape, so now that's who I am. I was this. It's easy to define that. And let me say that you are not your circumstance. You could choose to if you want to. So that's the first part. And also the second part, it's so easy to think that we are who we think we are. So a lot of times we have all these thoughts, and we think we are the thoughts, but we are not. The thought is a byproduct of what your mind is doing. And your mind is like every part of your body, your brain, your heart, it has its own functions. So the mind function is to think. And when you think certain thought, it doesn't make you that. If you think, oh, I think I'm ugly, so therefore I am ugly. No, that's not who you are. That's the thought that you are experiencing. Are you following me on this? So you are not your thought. And it's very easy to think that we are our thought. And our thought is the thing that helps us experience life. And then the next thing, number 3, is we also easily identify ourselves with our feelings, right? Our feeling, we are our feelings. So when you angry, I am that. Because I am Italian, so I should have this mood temper. So we give ourselves that. But your feeling is a function of a human being that you are experiencing as a human being. Feeling, you know, it's easy said, feeling can be expressed, feeling can be suppressed. And if you go to neither extreme, it's not healthy either. When you suppress a very compass of guiding of who you are. And when you express too much and you're not filtering, discerning it, you lose yourself in it. You're not grounded. So feeling is simply a thing that you are humans. It's meant to experience through this body. So then I guess the question is, if you are not your thoughts, you're not your feeling, and you're not your circumstance, who you really are. Well, who can answer this question? This is just my take on it, right? And some of you may not agree with my take on it. This is, and I'm sure what my take on it now may change later, because I'm continuing to evolving as a human being, and I'm still learning about myself in the process, because the beauty of life journey is the experience, the process of connecting and remembering who we are. So who we are, I think, is a pure soul, a person that sit in there back here watching all of it. We get to watch ourselves feel, we get to watch ourselves think, we get to watch ourselves experience all these external world. And who you are and who I am is simply who you choose to be, by the choice that you make, by the focus, the energy that you want to put gear toward. That's who you are. Now, in my conversation with my client, we're talking about, the past, who you were and all that stuff. A lot of time we in the circumstance in life, whether it's favorable or not favorable, and most of the time it's not favorable, we judging ourselves for all that, because I'm in this situation, that's who I am. But the truth is, whatever the situation that you're in, my friend, in not an ideal relationship, not perform as well, or not happy, I'm glad that you're acknowledging that. And you want to take responsibility, you want to do something about it, but it's just not who you are. Everything that you experience right now is a reflection of who you were up until this point. And who you were is the decision that you made in the past. The choice you made in the past that bring you here right now. And who you choose to be right now, that's who you are. Get to dictate and determine the future. So who you are, I think, is a fluid flux of space of the person that sit back here that watching all of it, that you get to choose. You get to choose who you are. If who you were didn't really work out for you, then you get to choose to show up differently. And that's subject to flow. And yes, there is a wiring. You come in certain way, certain package. I get that. Like, I am coming in my family, my ancestry, I'm Vietnamese. I come in this package. That's a part of who I am. But who I am is behind all of it. I get to watch and see and experience all of it. So that is my take on who you are, who I am, and who we are, inspired from the video, not from the session as you have with my clients. So the insight from my clients is to, I get to choose. I get to choose who I am going to be moving forward. So in that, I'm inviting you to write down, who are you aspire to be? If you could have a life the way that you want, who do you need to be? And start with the I am. I am beautiful. I am peaceful. I am loving. I am kind. I'm choosing to love my loved one the way they need, not the way that I want. I know how to sit in discomfort with grace and with peace and with ease. I am making a difference in the world, whatever that is important to you. I am a sought after healer. I am a coach. I am this. And be grounded in that. And as you ground yourself in that, resistant, a contrast, who you were will want to come in and fight you. And what you can do is allow for that energy to move through you, so then you can come back to your center of who you truly are. Because who you truly are, in my opinion, is perfect, beautiful as is, a pure essence of light, of love, of the very pure creation of this world. Just remember that. So with that, thank you so much for being here and connecting with me and listening to me. I hope this will be helpful for you, and I'm curious of what this video did for you. And as usual, as always, if you feel this is helpful for someone, please share with the heart that you feel is beneficial. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, set on a notification, and we'll let you know when the next video comes out. Thank you so much for being my world. Thank you for being who you are, and continue to do the work to connect deeper to the beautiful essence of yours. All right, until then.